Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, friend. Where are you today? I know where you are, but tell the people out there where
I'm
you
in
are.
California. Normally I'm in my studio in Orlando, but I'm in California. I'm at an Airbnb today, so I'm kind of impromptu. I don't have my extra camera, and I don't have all the buttons set up, so it'll be...
So you just have to use your imagination. It's like an episode of Sesame Street, or Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Ooh,
Ooh, I haven't played
yes,
this one.
yes. Oh,
Oh, the land of make believe here at
it
Throga.
really
I
is.
love him. I love Mr. Rogers.
He was amazing. Anyway, today we are...
I mean, he's great.
Welcome to the channel. This is what happens. Today we're taking on the band Dirty Loops. Now, Johnny, you are familiar with this band. I don't know how
Yes.
familiar.
A friend of mine, who I respect his musical opinion quite a bit, is huge
So
on
not
these
me.
guys and was sending me. And he's way better than Richard. I mean, no, he just loves this band and was sending me videos, and they're ridiculous. So
Okay.
definitely familiar with them. I haven't gotten too deep into their catalog, so I'm sure this is new stuff for me today.
Awesome. And I just heard them for the very first time during one of our Sunday shorts. That's where our Thronely members recommend videos to check out. Their 1 to 2 minute clips. And it was, what was the song? It was Work Blank Out. SHIT. We don't swear on this channel. I know. Which is really funny because in real life, I swear way more than you. But on the show, you're the one who always gets the explicit cuts.
I guess, yeah. I rarely ever
happens.
swear. I just something about being on TV. Just want to make a scene.
Let loose.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was blown away. This one goes out to our Diamond Thronely member, Joy, and Deb also has been a big advocate for this band, wanting us to check them out. So we're finally here, looking forward to getting more than just a 1 minute glimpse of these incredible musicians.
Yeah, incredible is an understatement. Yeah.
Yes,
They're
the song is
ridiculous.
Rock You. So I don't know if you've seen this one per se, but looking forward to checking them out.
I don't know. Okay, let's check it out.
But before we do,
though, yes, how could I forget? Please hit like and subscribe and ring the bell if you're interested in learning more about us and being kept up to date with everything that's going on in our world.
And also, please be sure to click on the link below in the description where you can buy some coffee, help support the page, reactions just like this. Even consider becoming a Thronely member for as little as 1 cup of coffee per month, and you get exclusive access to the Sunday shorts we were just talking about, as well as other Thronely Choice events. All right, Dirty Loops, Rock You.
All I ever wanna do is set the temperature inside the room, yeah. I don't need to stay for long. I don't need to stay for long. Oh, the heat don't bother.
What do you say? What do you even say? That's just the first 20 seconds.
Oh my God. I need to start
Yeah.
over. Again, I saw the clip. I knew how good this drummer is. I knew how good the vocalist was. The bass player's not doing much there, but just the mix, the atmosphere, all the sonic layers. There's so much candy, and it's so clean, but still felt out in such a way. I just wasn't prepared for just those fills in and of itself.
I mean, yeah. I don't think you saw the little blurb we saw before, the minute-long clip. I don't think the drummer really was being showcased as much in that. And I was just wait until you see when he's let off the leash.
Seriously, we cannot get through this without acknowledgement. Okay, drums. We haven't even started. Oh my God.
Got through 20 seconds of this.
my brain's already exploding. Drums by Aaron Mellergaard. His name, bass Henrik Linder, vocals Jonah Nilsson. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna hit play.
Let's get back into it.
It'll play longer. Ittle play longer. I
Okay,
promise.
let's get
I
back
just
into
need a quick little reset here.
Right.
Let me absorb this.
All I ever wanna do
I mean, the vocalist is sick too.
Oh, he's
is set
just
the temperature inside the room, yeah.
it's gospel-y and perfect.
That's Stevie Wonder.
Friday night, am I out of line? Am I working every time?
Tight. That's HIT.
Make me rise, get the crazy eyes as I try to read the signs.
Just a trio?
Apologize, but you realize when it all comes out, it's only one thing on my mind. I could wanna live, risking everything, but you know my cards and nothing left for me to do. I just want to rock you. I like dynamite, I like dynamite. Let's go. You feel so right, you make me feel so right. Rock you. I like dynamite, I like dynamite. Let's go. You make me feel so right, you make me feel so right. Rock you. Sticky sweet, think you got the beat as I let you take the lead. I'm a fool for you, I'll lose my cool for you. Elevator, kitchen, lottery, anywhere is fine for me.
I mean, that might have been dubbed later with the background vocals.
I'm sorry, what?
The background vocals might have been dumped later. It seems a bit fuller than just the two of them, but still, this is. I
Well,
mean, it's
three,
pretty much
yeah.
from what I'm hearing is the three basic instruments, and
So
the-
they're always a trio. That's like the core group is a trio, right? And then they
think
have
so.
that seems to be from and obviously what they're featuring in this setting. It's like if Dream Theater, Victor Wooten, and Stevie Wonder came together all in their prime, and
yeah, like
just-
the virtuosity of Dream Theater. Wow. Yeah, but with the pop sensibility of Stevie Wonder, some Jamiroquai, just like the funk.
Oh,
but
yeah.
really, I mean, very catchy melodies, like very contemporary sounding, but also just, I mean, highbrow. It's just like this next level musicianship and sophistication, which it's usually outside of the general public's scope. But so there's that level. Oh my God, they're just ridiculous.
we could easily spend an hour with each of these three musicians in terms of their technique, their skill, their timing, their feel, their interaction with each other. I mean, just they're checking off every single box there is to consider from a skill level and from an emotional felt level. I mean, there's a vibe.
Yeah, because usually when you get into the skill level, it kind of like is at the detriment
Gets
of
sterile
like feeling and emotional. Yeah, it gets a little
sometimes,
sterile. Yeah, but no, it's got the best of both worlds for sure.
Oh,
Richard's getting a little excited over there. Hot and bothered.
where's your fan?
The fan that I got at the wedding I played at, yes.
Yes.
My Southern Belle fan. Oh, this
I
is
do
actually
declare.
a very good opportunity.
I need that right now.
Yes,
I
you
do
do.
declare this drummer and this vocalist and this bass player. I can't even. Joy, Deb, you've been
Good
telling
taste.
us for months. I'm sorry we put it off as long as we have.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
amazing.
Joy definitely has an ear for the virtuosic, genius level
Yeah.
artists.
So I'm gonna attempt as a vocal coach to focus in on, is it Aaron? Is that the right name? No, that's the drummer. I started off my life
you're also a
as a
drummer,
drummer.
so
Yeah,
focus there,
so it's hard for me to dismiss that. But Jonah on vocals and keys, I'm going to attempt to keep my focus on him and comment on that moving forward a little bit, since that is my forte. Play.
I'm just gonna listen to all of it.
Elevator, kitchen, lottery, anywhere is fine for me. You apologize, but you realize it all comes down to something, one thing on my mind. I wanna live, risking everything,
Keyboard elements too. That's the keyboard player. That's the singer. I mean, that's just.
Well, look, and so talking about his voice here, obviously with his pitch accuracy and his ability to move with just very fluidly throughout his range, chest voice into head voice,
which is a high range.
A high range, but moving in and out of his chest voice to head voice, which is where the vocal folds. The anatomical difference between those two registers, it's a little more complicated than this, but vocal folds are thick with chest voice, thin with head voice. So he's able to move at any percentage of mass of the vocal folds and accurately land on the pitch with a fretless, keyless instrument, right? So I'm not surprised at all that he's that good at the piano, because most singers that are that good, there's exceptions out there, most singers that are that good vocally, that can be jazzy and do riffs and things like that, they've got some background with another instrument that is more tactile, right? So their brain is just more hardwired into the musicality of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, there's always exceptions, but
not to that level, though. To be able to rip those riffs on the keyboard, I mean...
That's my point, is that usually they have something, but that is just stellar all the way around.
Next. I mean, he could be in any band on the planet as a keyboard player, and he just so happens to have a world-class voice as well, which is nice.
Exactly. So the interdependence of the muscle groups in his body is just absolutely stunning to me. His ability to independently manipulate the cricothyroid muscles, which are in charge of the tension of the folds, just on the outside of the larynx here, and the vocalis muscles themselves, that's what adjusts the mass of the folds. He's able to manipulate them truly independent of all of the other exterior muscles and the expression muscles, the articulator muscles, which allows him to do all that fancy stuff without it being interfered and still or interfering with the visual expression and that emotional connection. You have to be relaxed. You have to have such precision with these independent groups of muscles to do this with, just as a singer. And then for his brain wiring to also have that dexterity and finesse in his fingertips at the same time.
Trust has to be there. Yeah, it's got to be automatic, because there's no time to have a sort of thought process. It's just got to be instant.
Cannot micromanage any of this. Like, oh, let me cross over the thumb here while I'm doing this riff. It's all subconscious things that he's done a million times. But he is wired well as a musician and as a human. Let's just say that.
Again. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going here. This is wild.
Oh my God.
Again, hold on. So much subtlety here. All the vocals.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, that's just. I mean, that's just.
There may be some divine
Disgusting.
intervention to be
They might be
able.
touched by something. Yeah.
Yes.
God, dude. I mean, that's a scenario where literally you could just extract any single element from that, and that would be in and of itself enough in and of itself. It'd be complete and whole.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
because usually in a collaborative setting, it's just like there's instruments they're obviously important. They all play a role, but they're kind of like more complementary. It's like a rhythm guitar that's just kind of like doing something simple. This is like you literally take the bass out and you can listen to that, just be mesmerized. You take the drums out, you take the vocals, just do it solo a cappella, and you're like, what the hell? And then he's ripping those keyboard lines. It's just, I mean, it's crazy.
And on top of that, you just need a 30-second window of any one of those three. Anywhere in the song.
I know.
You don't need the whole song to like get the explosion of brilliance and musicianship.
But again, because it's complemented with more of that pop sensibility too. Because I'm personally like, I always appreciate stuff like this, but it's never my go-to because it's just kind of like, it's impressive, but it's like I don't really connect with it on an emotional level. But this is like, the song itself is really good. Like if you stripped out all the virtuosity, it would be like a great pop song. So the fact that it's got all of it is amazing.
I was going to bring that up because I tend to listen to more progressive hard rock things than you. Like Dream Theater we mentioned. Muse is another one that I really like. And
I like Muse.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying you don't like them, but it's I really like that stuff. But you also come from, your heart is in the 70s in terms of song, the chord structure and the melodies and everything. So this is like,
I love a 3-minute pop song, always, or less. Like the
Right.
60s, 70s, 80s. The Beatles. They never got too crazy with their stuff. It was just great melodies and hooks. And that's always going to be at the heart of what I like. But I mean, I love that stuff.
and the other thing here, just this little breakdown one more time, which is, as you can see here, is we're not the only ones to replay this part of the song. But even the layered harmonies with just the three of them. Like you said, there might be padded out a little bit in the studio, but that's another thing. Independently, it's hard to find a drummer that's just good that can get any of the notes while playing the drums. But playing the complexity in which they are, all three of them, and to have harmonized parts stacked well with the timing and the pitches and everything.
Yeah. And this is definitely a recorded version.
It is. So I'm thinking it's
doing a
maybe
video to the
refined.
I feel like I've seen footage of, especially the keyboard player / singer. Like he's doing stuff when they play live. I mean, he's definitely playing some really intricate chords and lines while he's singing the way he's singing.
And clearly in the execution of this, you could see this is captured live, but what we mean is in the studio, they might go through and be like, okay, let's remix. Maybe they punched in. Maybe there's we don't know, right? We don't know what's behind the scenes. And we know there's dubs on top of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then vocal dubs and the horn parts, but I think the keyboard player played those parts, which is awesome. But very live feel. Exactly.
Well, and that was my point too. This isn't to any sort of stock click track or quantized or anything like that. So I just wanted to point out that we're not suggesting that even though it's in the studio, we're not taking away for a second that we think they're not capable. All that being said, I would love to hear if you guys have suggestions for a live performance that we should check out. Please leave them in the comments. But I want to hear this middle section one more time.
Yeah. It's to land that.
And this has that Michael Jackson,
funk disco
the
thing.
80s,
Yeah.
yeah. When he just got all of those aspects, in the head voice and just the funk. Oh, this is just brilliant.
Yeah. No, to me, it's like off the wall thriller on just jacked up on some sort of illegal human growth supplement.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're very interested to hear where we should go next into this realm of just phantasmic, Jesus-touched. I don't know the words for this.
Yeah. No,
Let's
they're
just say I
definitely
need one of you.
channeling some higher energy. I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna
but
need your wedding fan for the next reaction for these guys.
it's ready. It's ready, my friend.
Bye, guys.
That's it.